Hi everybody, it's Matrix again, and we're about to do World 5 in Demon Souls Remake, so we're about to get started, but let me show my build before I forget. Alright, so you can see she's just a pretty standard Faith build. Alright, let's get started. World 5 thrives on plague and poison, so you gotta be careful and make sure you bring the right equipment with you. Istarel helps with the poison and plague resistance, but my luck is low, and I'm pretty sure that affects your plague resistance, and I get plagued pretty fast even when I'm equipped with this weapon. That said, because Blessed and Regenerator equipment is so powerful in Demon Souls, it really pays to be a Faith build in this area. Otherwise, you take a lot of damage and have to use a lot of your items to keep from losing too much of your health. I suppose for PvP, people would say that Faith is broken because Blessed regens your health so fast that it's ridiculous, but that's one of the things I like about the Faith build in Demon Souls. Although I played Faith in every other Souls game where it was an option. Yeah, I like to have those guys fall off because there's a crowd of goblins over here that will overwhelm you if you try to fight them all head on. I'll see if I can have some more of them fall off looking at me. But if not, I'm going to use my shield and spear and I'll just take care of them that way. I guess that's what I'm going to have to do here. Those goblins that fell from the bridge earlier, that's where they end up down here on this bridge. It's high enough to kill them. And then down here, you should really wear the thief ring because there's two fire guys and there's just a regular goblin here, and you don't want all three of them on you at the same time because those fire guys do a lot of damage. You can drop off right here and go down and pick up the Blessed Mace, but it leads into a room full of rats. So I find it safer to go the way that I'm going, the standard way through the stage. There's a crystal lizard down there too that you can pick up faint stones from. think these guys are called depraved ones officially, but they look like goblins to me, so I always call them goblins. And these big blood bugs you can get marrow stones from and make fatal weapons, but the blood when it splashes can poison you. You can buy faint stones and some equipment from that woman over there too, and this is the room where you fall if you drop down from that pathway earlier. See, there's a ton of rats, and they cause plague if you get hit too many times. And in my case, that's usually just once. Big guys, you just roll through their swings and then give them an R2 with a straight sword, and that's a good way to kill them. In pure white world tendency, if you look here on the left, there's a ladder, and you can get Istarel up there, but there's a bunch of big goblins up there, so you gotta be real careful. There's a ring that was put into the remake, this providential ring. I don't think that was in the original game, but I'm going to see if I can get some marrow stone out of these guys. Like I said, my luck is pretty low, so I'm not surprised that I didn't get it. And then down here we find the Leechmonger boss. He's weak against fire, but I find that my Dragon Knight sword, it doesn't do that much more damage than my Blessed sword, so I'm going to stick with the Blessed sword. You can see how annoying the Leechmonger is because he heals himself so often, and when he punches you, you get leeches all over your body and it drains your health. So again, being a faith build in this area really, really helps. Stage 5 too is the infamous Swamp of Demons Souls, precursor to Blight Town and every other swamp in a FromSoft game, it was charming in the first in Demon Souls, but it got to be really annoying. It's to be expected now. It's turned into a trope for FromSoft. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to bother picking up any of the items down here. I'm just going to run through the swamp and get through this whole area and be finished with it. And because this is a poison swamp, the Adjudicator shield and a blessed weapon fully upgraded, you won't really take any damage from it because it doesn't drain your health fast enough to matter. And because this is new game 7 for me, and I've been through the game enough times to pick up all those colorless demon souls, I've got pretty much all of my weapons upgraded. The only thing I have left to do at this point in time is get a few colorless demon souls so I can get one more miracle from Saint Urbane. So there's a black phantom down there with the meat cleaver, and if you kill the enemies on this island, you can drag her over here and fight with her, and she'll drop a few faint stone chunks, but I'm not going to do that this playthrough. Also, because it's pure white tendency, Selin Vinland is over here, and if you fight the boss in 5-3 and go back there, you'll find her brother as a black phantom, and you can bring her his crest, and she'll give you a ring for it. She's wearing the armor set that I'm wearing, but there's a slug in the swamp somewhere that you can kill, and it'll drop the full armor set for you. When my friend first played this game, he played this area before I did in 2009, and he gave me this armor set and said that he killed her to take it. It was only later that I found out you can kill that slug and get the same thing. I can't remember exactly where it is, but otherwise I would show it. These mosquitoes also drop marrow stones, so I'm just going to see if I can get any. So we're coming up to the next section here, this rickety wooden area with a lot of goblins in it. If you cut off to the left, you can go up that area right there that I'm looking at, and you can get the large sword of moonlight. You have to cut down a slug nest, and then you can go down into the swamp and pick it up. these goblins are pretty tough. They hit pretty hard, so I gotta keep my shield up while I stab them. Yeah, I knew there was another one up there. That's why I was peeking over the corner so I could see him. He stabbed me in the back before while I was trying to take care of the goblins that are over here, and I don't want him to kill me. These goblins do that running, pushing attack, and that will mess you up. With a lesser shield, I think it breaks your guard, and they push you, and they keep stabbing you, and it hits you multiple times. But with a great shield, you can just stand there and tank it, and stab them when they get done. So you can see they do that attack a lot too. If you fall into the swamp from here, I believe that's a couple of dark moon grasses that you can pick up. And these green glowing goblins, they drop faint stones, so I've had to farm from these guys a lot. They also drop aged spice, so if you need, magic regen, you can just farm for them. There's one right outside of the boss archstone, so it's not that far from where you start. If you start from there. I'm going to go open up the shortcut back through just in case I get killed by the boss here. There's also a crystal lizard over here that sometimes drops pure faint stones, but if your faith is high enough, you can get that from one of the worshippers of God in the Nexus. I think your faith has to be 20 to do that. Now I'm going to backtrack and go into the boss room and fight with the Dirty Colossus. This boss is fairly easy to dodge as far as his physical attacks go, but he shoots flies around the room, and if you get hit with the flies, it drains your health pretty fast, even faster than your regen gear can bring it back. So if that happens, you'll see me run into the fire and burn the flies off of my body. And take my word for it, it's gonna happen probably more than once. Alright, I also find that my Dragon Knight Sword does more damage than my Blessed Weapon, so I'm gonna use that and equip my regen gear so I don't lose too much of my health while I'm doing this. Alright, I'm going to mute my mic now and go into it. So I'm not a big fan of this boss in the remake because he keeps doing his fly attack so much and it does a ton of damage to me. I have to keep running into the fire and healing myself. So the next boss is Maiden Estrella and Garl Vinland, and I'm going to fight Garl Vinland, the safe way and try to keep myself from getting killed because I'm in New Game 7. He can one-shot me if he riposts me, so I have to try to be careful, but we'll see how it works out. This video gets more comments than pretty much anything else I've made on YouTube because everybody likes the music and the styling so much in it, but I heard a lot of people complaining about the music in the remake, so I don't really know. I enjoyed it.
Go forth, Galvin. May you be unharmed.
Leave us, slay the demons. This is a sanctuary for the lost and wretched. There is nothing here for you to pillage and plunder. Please, leave quietly.
Turn back. I shall let no harm come to dearest Estrella. May you rot in the deepest depths of the swamp. Why must you pests insist on intruding into our haven? You abandoned us long ago. What right do you have? We live humble lives. Leave us be. I failed you.
You killed him, didn't you? Very well. I can no longer resist you. Do as you like. Take your precious demon soul.
So that's the Garl and Maiden Estrella fight for the remake. We're in the end game now, so I'm going to go back to the Nexus and then I'll cut the video and just make that a separate video on its own. So I'm going to walk into the Plague Swamp, get plagued again after less than a second, and I'm going to end the video. Hope you all enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next one.